Alright YouTube, it's Moto-Vanelli. I just want to give you a quick update on from one of my previous videos. I'd mentioned that I had a big professional engineer's exam that I was studying for recently. So just had the exam last Friday, and man, let me tell you what, that thing was tough. That thing was extremely hard. There wasn't any one particular thing that was hard on it. It's just with this exam, there's just so much information. The exam's actually, it's 80 questions. It's divided into two sections. You've got a 4-hour morning section with 40 questions. After lunch is another 4 hours, another 40 questions. And what happens is the morning section of the exam, depending on your discipline, you know, like in my case, I was taking the civil engineer's exam. The morning section is the same for all civil engineers, and it covers anything and everything. Basically, it could be questions from your freshman year in college, which, you know, is 8 years ago or more for some people. They recently changed the rules to where basically what happens is you have to graduate college, you have to take an earlier exam called the FE, which is the Fundamentals of Engineering. You have to pass that. And then before, you had to work under a licensed PE for 4 years before you could take your PE exam. But they changed it now to where you could take it at any time after you've graduated and after you've passed your FE, but you still couldn't apply for your license until you've had your 4 years of experience. So, which is nice, because the sooner you can take the PE exam out of college, the more information you're likely to retain from college. Because like I said, that morning portion of the exam is brutal. It's anything from geotechnical to structures to hydrology to water resources to transportation. I mean, it's just such a wide range of information. It just makes it really, really difficult. Not to mention just the stress in general and the pressure, because it's a pretty big deal to get ready for this exam. In the afternoon portion, what they do is you get to pick what's called your depth, basically what you're specializing in. In my case, I'm doing transportation, so that's another 40 questions, but it just deals with just your area of expertise. And so they can give you some pretty in-depth questions. Now, also, they give you some pretty easy ones. They say each question averages about 6 minutes, but you've got some questions that, you know, you could probably read and guess right away what the answer is. But you got other ones that you just have no clue what they're talking about, or you might have a clue, but you just have to go dig in all your reference material to find the equations that you need to work the problem. And because what happens is you get to bring your own reference material. You can bring pretty much anything you want as long as it's bound together. You know, you can't bring in, you know, like anything electronic or anything like that. But I mean, I literally brought a suitcase, literally a suitcase of manuals and references. What you have to do is just read the question and try to gather what they're asking you for. You know, once you understand what they're asking you for, then you have to go find it in the reference material. And you know, when you're pressed for time on this thing, you can be looking for something in a book that seems like you've only been looking for, you know, a minute, when in reality it's been 5 or 6 minutes, and you still haven't found what you're looking for. You know, if you're lucky, maybe you did, but time is just burning. Time is just burning. It's just going. It's going. Tick tock, tick tock. It doesn't stop. It's a really high pressure exam. I've heard plenty of stories of some of the smartest engineers that people know failing this exam. If you're not a good test taker, if you don't go in with a plan, you might know everything about your expertise or your specialty and fail this thing, which there's no other way to say it. It sucks. This was my first time trying it. They only offer it twice a year, once in the spring and once in the fall. So I wanted to give myself 2 chances to take it before my 4 years. So that way, once my 4 years is up, as long as I've passed the exam, I can go ahead and, you know, apply for my license right away. You know, I honestly don't know how I did. It's one of those things where, you know, you have questions in the back of your head that you dwell on because you weren't sure on. You know, sure, there were plenty of questions that I answered that I felt pretty confident on. There was also some that I wasn't so sure on. and it's such a thin margin of error that you have to be able to pass this thing. You know, on average, they say about 70% of the people that take it the first time pass it. But the problem is after that, repeat test takers, the pass rate drops to about 30%. So if you don't pass it your first time, it's a lot harder to pass the second time, just from a statistical standpoint. I really wanted to just get this out of the way the first time, but anyway, so I've taken the exam, but I won't know anything for about 6 weeks or so. I'm trying not to think too much about it, because I stressed so much about it beforehand, especially the week leading up to it. I was a nervous wreck. I don't get too nervous about many things, but when this is kind of, you know, your career, it's kind of a big deal. Just waiting around now, trying to relax a little bit. Also, that's one of the reasons why I'm out riding today. You know, just trying to get over all that stress from that exam. But once I get the results back, I'll let you guys know. I got my fingers crossed, so hopefully good things will come out of it. But like I said, once I get results, I'll go on out for another ride and let you guys know if it's a pass or a fail, and what my thoughts are on that. Hope you guys enjoyed my videos. Click the subscribe button below so you can see whenever I post more stuff up. So appreciate everyone watching. Peace out.